Hey everyone, it's me and the Bams. Do you know, I was just getting everything set up here, and he'd been downstairs, and I literally turned the microphone on, turned the light on, and he was like, oh, it's my cue, I have to come upstairs, because you are the fame junkie, aren't you? You love the camera, and he is always my co-host for classes and everything. For those of you who don't know, this is Bambi. He's a paraplegic dog from Romania, and he loves his oils too. So you're going to go down on the floor? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, let's put you down there. Now, you said hello to everyone. Excuse me, I am really croaky. I don't know. I've got my air blend somewhere, so I'll be putting that on. So welcome to the Essential Dog Kit. I wanted to talk about some of my favourite oils for dogs, and it's really difficult to pick them out because there's just so many I love. And so I tried to think of a broad range of things that people want to help their dog with, and some preventative things as well. So let's get started. So let's have it like that. So the Essential Dog Kit. So first of all, Balance Blend. Now, Balance Blend is one of my favorite blends. I mean, it really is just so beautiful. And I use it in loads of my protocols. So I will use it for physical and emotional health. It's a beautiful blend of spruce, hoewood, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. And it is just divine. And, you know, it was funny today because someone was talking on a group I was on about using essential oils to help with calming a dog and using lavender. And someone said, oh, actually, my dog doesn't like lavender. And lots of dogs don't like lavender. Puppies like it. Older dogs tend to like it. But there is a lot of dogs that don't because it's actually quite strong. Balance is just a great medium for that. And it's just so calming and soothing. And it is great. And it's all about balancing the body and the mind. So it will form the basis of a lot of my protocols, as I said, whether it's an emotional problem or it's a physical problem. I use Balance myself every day. I always put it on my feet in the morning and to keep me calm and balanced. And I like it sort of on my neck as well. It's a great oil. It actually has fractionated coconut in it already. So you can actually apply it undiluted to your dogs. If they're very tiny, I would dilute it with more. And you can diffuse it as well. Now, word of warning, when you diffuse it, it can leave a bit of a film in your diffuser. So just when you've finished, just clean your diffuser, just wipe it around with some kitchen towel or something. But it's absolutely great. Loads of different ways to apply it, and it will depend on what you're using it for. But one way I like to do it is down the spine, but also I'll often apply it onto the chest as well. So the hair acts as an auto diffuser, but also really great to just have in the house with a diffuser, which brings me nicely onto a diffuser, one of my essential products. Diffusing essential oils in the house is a really great way to support your dogs, especially with their emotions, and it can be done very safely as well. Now, the Petal 2 diffuser has a 12-hour setting that does a 5-minute on, 5-minute off, which is absolutely ideal to help our dogs or cats or rabbits, actually, because that's what I've got in here. So the important thing when you're diffusing an oil is obviously make sure that the oil itself is not overwhelming for your pet. So if ever I'm going to diffuse an oil that I've never diffused in the house before, I will always do a little bit of sort of going around the dogs just to see what they think of it. Now, if one of those dogs absolutely just ran out the room, I wouldn't be diffusing that oil. But sometimes they're just indifferent, or, you know, they may really like it, and that would be okay. The other thing is make sure that they can leave the area as well. So make sure that they're not really confined in a space with it. Interestingly, I'll often diffuse Balance when I go off to do my shifts. And the dogs often all tend to congregate around where my diffuser is. So I have an open plan downstairs. I actually have 3 diffusers downstairs in my house. But when I'm out, I only have 1 diffuser on so that they can move. And typically I will have different blends in different diffusers, and they'll choose. I've got 6 dogs, but it works really well like that for me. So Balance Blend and a diffuser. The next one is Copaiba. Copaiba is a little bit of a gem. It's a very, very multi-purpose oil, so it can be used for a whole range of different things that your dog may need, so physical and emotional support. Copaiba works on the endocannabinoid system. It works on the CB2 receptors. Now, you may be familiar with the endocannabinoid system because of CBD oil. Now, I am not a fan of CBD oil. Partly that's because of issues regarding purity of it, but also as a doctor, I've seen people come in having used it and having the wrong reaction. So in certain cases, CBD oil can make things worse. It can switch on symptoms rather than switch off. CBD oil works on the CB1 receptors, and the CB1 receptors are what gives it the psychoactive effects. Excuse me. The other problem with CBD oil is the lack of purity. And even though an oil can be labeled as pure CBD, it can often have THC, which is a psychoactive part, the component in it that gives you the high. So it can have problems. Now, you don't get any of this with the doTERRA Copaiba, because you've got the doTERRA guarantee of its purity, of its certified pure tested grade. And on the bottom of every oil, I haven't got Copaiba up here, but on the bottom of every oil there's a batch number, and you can go to sourcetoyou.com and you can put in the batch number and you can see the full level of constituents. And so Copaiba has a constituent in there called beta-caryophyllene, which it's very potent in Copaiba, and it's beta-caryophyllene that actually works on the endocannabinoid system. And we actually have these CB2 receptors all over our body, from our brain all the way down to our feet. They're in our skin, they're in our organs. And so Copaiba really can work everywhere. And it's a fantastic oil. You can diffuse it, you can give it to your dogs internally, and you can apply topically. So it's really an amazing oil. So I've got 6 dogs. Obviously, you met Bambi there, who's paraplegic. I have to void his bladder because he has problems with voiding because of his paraplegia. And I use Copaiba daily for him to support his urinary system. Now, I've got other dogs that have got, he's also obviously got musculoskeletal systems as well as my 2-legged dog, Maz. So he has Copaiba as well. My other dogs have Copaiba to support their musculoskeletal system, particularly my dogs with arthritis, but also my younger dog, Inca, she will have Copaiba because it's all about prevention being better than cure. But also it's very, very good for the emotional state as well, because as I said, it works on the endocannabinoid system. So it's very, very good if you're feeling anxious. So very good for supporting the emotions. So they get it internally for that. But I also diffuse it. I will also apply it topically. It's also lovely for the skin. So if there's any kind of skin problems, this is going to be a great oil to use them. It's also supportive for the digestive system as well. So pretty much anything you need it for, and very good for the immune system as well. So I'm often having this, in my smoothies and things like that as well. And then we go on to On Guard. So On Guard is wonderful. Okay, it's known as the protective blend. It's got rosemary and wild orange, cloves, cinnamon, and eucalyptus, and it smells like Christmas, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, this is a great oil to provide immune support to your dogs. Now, I put a post up on my page, I think it was last week, on a paw wash. So I always have that with my dogs, and I spray their paws to protect them against sort of environmental and seasonal threats. But also, I had one of my dogs was quite poorly between Christmas and New Year. So I was diffusing this in the house to support everyone else's immune system because I didn't want anyone else to get poorly. It can also go in their food as well. Just 1 drop is very supportive. If you've got a very tiny dog, then just a toothpick amount, but can be very supportive for their immune system as well. So a really great oil to have. And also you can make up a little wound spray as well with it, to use it for that matter as well. And then we go on to the carrier oil. So carrier oil, people often say, what do you need that for? Well, it's to do with dilution, okay? Because apart from balance, the rest are all pure oils, and we don't want to be using pure oil directly on our dogs. And like ourselves, we want to be diluting them, because when you dilute an essential oil, it's going to take it close. It holds it close to the skin and allows more to be absorbed rather than evaporate into the air, because they're a volatile compound. So the one I like is coconut oil. This is fractionated coconut oil. So it's a liquid form of the coconut oil that you're probably familiar with if you use it in cooking, or in my case, I use it to put on my skin. It's safe for your dogs because we know with the doTERRA we've got the purity guarantee, so it's safe for your dogs if they lick it off, but it gets absorbed really easily and doesn't leave the coat all greasy. So it's really nice, and you dilute the oils, and typically you might only use like 2 drops in a 10 ml bottle. These oils are actually in a 15 ml bottle, so a 10 mils is about there. And then the rest is going to be topped up with fractionated coconut oil. So really useful tool to have. And then we get on to Aromatouch. So I love Aromatouch. This is a fantastic blend. It's got cypress in, it's got grapefruit, basil, lavender, peppermint, and marjoram, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's called the Massage Blend, and it's fantastic for muscle and joint soothing. So I'm a canine massage therapist as well. So all my dogs, when I'm doing their canine massage and they're having their little therapy session every week, they always have some Aromatouch added into it, because it's really great for chilling them out, making them feel relaxed, like you would do if you were going for a massage and you've got all, you know, it's all lovely and relaxing. But the oils in it are really soothing for the muscles and the joints as well. So they get that extra support as well as the massage. I also use this. So I've got 3 of my dogs are Canicross dogs. So I will also use it for them when we're Canicrossing. So I will give them a little warm up massage with some Aromatouch as well to get their circulation going. I'll also put it on me as well, because it's so great for that. And then my disabled dogs, I will put this on as well. So Maz, particularly my 2-legged dog who you saw in the video, has a problem with his shoulder. It's an old injury, but I put Aromatouch on and that really soothes him. And it's just really great. And again, there's a number of ways you can use it, perhaps putting it down the spine or putting it on the joint as well. And again, very potent, or you're going to be mixing that with a fractionated coconut oil as well. Terrashield, flea repelling. So this is an absolute fantastic blend, because something that comes up a lot with people is, what can I use to repel fleas? So this one that we've got in the UK, so I'm based in the UK, is the old Terrashield. There is a new formulation which has to be used slightly differently, but for this one that's currently available, the other one's safe to use with dogs as well, but you need to dilute it to about 1/4. This one you can use neat. I tend to dilute it up a little bit, but you can just spray it on the dog. So typically one of my dogs is happy to have it sprayed on. Others, perhaps I might put it on my hands and just run my hands through their fur. And I'll put that on typically every day. If we're camping or we're away in the camper van, I'll probably put it on maybe a couple of times because they're outside and things, and it just obviously repels midges and everything. And it's a really great natural flea repellent. Now, if you add some peppermint oil to it, it repels ticks as well. So anyone that gets a little kit from me gets a little vial of peppermint oil as well, so that they can just add it, because you only need a couple of drops, so you can just add it in. But really nice. It smells really nice as well. So and again, all these oils are ones that you can use for yourself as well, for exactly the same reason, although I'm sure no one's got fleas. But I don't know about you, but I'm a bit of a midge magnet whenever I go anywhere, and I can get bitten. So I like to have all my Terrashield. And what I actually do as well is the doors to my my camper van when I'm away, I'll often pop a little bit of Terrashield there, or another oil blend called Purify, to just repel everything out of there. But this is a lovely little kit, and these are the ones that I sort of recommend. So a little core sort of 7 products in there to use in a whole host of different ways, whether you need musculoskeletal support, immune support, sort of emotional support, or digestive support, or anything around your body really. So there's a few ones that I could have added in, but I tried to think of the things that are most commonly asked when people want to get oils. Now, if you get kits from me, what that actually includes is full instructions how to use all the oils, and you have membership with me, so you get continued help and advice. But obviously, if you've already got oils and you'd like to know how to use them, I also do consultations as well, whether it's just a general overview to just touch on, how to use the oils, or you've actually got a specific concern that you want your to be addressed, then I do a full consultation for that as well. So if you want to find out more, either drop me a message here or pop to my website, which is www.whopausewins.co.uk. So feel free to pop any questions in the comments, and I will answer them. And I'm off to cuddle the Bams, because I think he's looking at me very forlorn, very forlorn. But he loves his little bit of fame. And we've actually got wild orange diffusing in here, because this is my bunny's room, and it's her favourite oil. And I've actually got a bunny kit, which I'll be doing as a live soon, along with a cat kit as well. So do let me know if you've got any more questions. Stay safe, stay well, everyone. Bye.